Good morning. We got to get the red truck fired up. It's actually not the morning. It's late start to the day. Late start. But if you got to start late, better to start late than not start at all. There's a kayak in the back. Whoa. Oh yeah. Oh, it's full of water. That's not good. Oh, look at that. There you go. Huh. I can drain out. All right, so guys, last upload we finished the red truck. We did like tune, change the tires, some just little tweaks to the red truck, just to get it a little more, you know, up to par with the deal here. Anyways, so I've been driving this truck. It's been really good. Wow, it's cold. Oh, well, look how cold it is. It says -40. Check engine light's still on this truck because of the temp sensor in the mirror. I don't know if it's in the passenger or the driver. So we got to get a, you know, either a sensor or go in there and shut that off. But anyways, what we have to do today, we got to head down to the shop. We're going to get the Platinum wrapped up. There's a couple little things left on it to go. I'll show you what I have done and what I have yet to finish. And then that thing will be ready. Ready for what? I'm not sure, but let's go. It's a cold one today. I don't know if we're going to light the fire or what we're going to do. Might just crank on the turbo heater, torpedo heater, and be done with it, because it warms it up in here pretty quick. It's an absolute wreck right now. We got a lot of work to do in here. It's just one of those things. Oh, so here's the truck. Check it out. Look, you can see it looks a little different from where it's been previously. I mean, it's back to like the OG look of it, but it hasn't had these wheels on there in quite some time. I've been battling a real nasty, you know, like sinus infection cold deal over the past deal. I've literally taken like a month off of YouTube. Been stuck in the office a lot, just been doing random stuff. Kind of taking it easy, taking a little vacation, if you'll call it. Right now it's about 40, 41, let's call it in here. Not terrible, but it's a little chilly, like to be working. I like it to be a little warmer to work on stuff. So, but it'll heat it up pretty quick. Bumper's on. You can see the bumper, it's on. So we got the bumper. If you guys didn't catch up to speed with what's going on with this bumper here, we got the old bumper there. It's completely just hammered with rust. The paint started chipping on the edge, and it just, as you can see, it's just an absolute disaster. So instead of trying to fix that, whatever, I just got a new bumper. I found a primered one, super cheap. It was a brand new takeoff, no dents, anything. It was literally brand new. So I got the primered one, and then I just, you know, painted it, paint matched it black here at the shop. So what I'm doing is I'm putting on the bumper. And what I did was I used the plastic off of that bumper. It was a new bumper, but it's like banged up. But there's no going back now because I don't want to pull off this plastic and scratch the bumper. So I'm going to leave that. I was almost completely finalized with assembly here. And I realized that the spare tire key lock, the whole deal, was to the other bumper, right? So the new bumper, I didn't have the key for. I have the key for the old one. And you wouldn't be able to access the spare tire. So I had to pull off one side. I kind of let it hang down. And there's a little clip in here that you can pry this clip off and get this out. You know, this is the retainer, and there's a little C-clip deal that clips on here, and you can just pop that clip, pull off this backing retainer, and then, you know, pull out the whole assembly to be able to swap in the new one if you don't have the key. Here's my key. Not sure which position it has to go in. Okay, so horizontal position. So this will go in like this, like that. Turn into the locking position, and boom, you're done. Cool. That was actually easier than I thought. So that's gonna stay there. That's junk, we ain't using that. Don't lose the key. Now I can set this back up on there. I had it like perfectly square, so whatever. There is one plug here. What is this plug for? There's one little blue plug still hanging out here that it kind of doesn't look like it was in anything, but what the heck, where does it go? All right, I got to figure out where that plug goes, and then we'll get this set back up. All right, so good thing I caught that, because that would have been an issue when you don't want an issue. If you need a spare tire, you already got problems. And then if you can't get to it, you got even more problems. Bumpers finally installed to the final position. I went over it with some trim restore just to freshen it up, make it look a little better. So there's a paint chip here. I don't know if the GoPro is going to pick that up. So this is chipped. So what I do with that, you know, to keep it from spreading, you know, it's chipped, so the chances of it spreading are pretty good. But this works pretty good. This isn't like a surefire method. I'm gonna take some Loctite rust neutralizer, put it over that, let that dry. That'll give you a nice paintable surface. Then you can seal it off with some paint, and it will definitely prolong the life of that and not, you know, let it continue to just rust out the whole receiver. So anyways, I don't know, there's the bumper. It's finally on the freaking truck. It's been a long process. Like I said, I took literally a month off. I would only, you know, stop in and, you know, kind of putz around with stuff. So now that that's done, you can see that the 14 wides are back on the truck. These are a 24 by 14 with a 35-inch tire. It's a controversial look. So before I put these on, I refinished them in the brushed finish. So they started off life as polished. You know, the polish looks pretty good. There's polished accents on the truck or whatever, but I really like a brushed look. Black with brushed wheels looks sick. So brushed them, and I refinished them because I did them probably, I don't know, 3 years ago. So I went back over front barrel, rear barrel, front and back of the wheels. Kind of just rebrushed them. They look pretty good. They're pretty solid. Surprisingly, these tires, I mean, there's a lot of miles on these things. Including a handful of burnouts, and I mean, they're still going super strong for being such a, you know, a wide setup here. Usually they wear out like outside or whatever, and they ride smooth, and they're wearing really good. So yeah, wheels are back on. I went over the engine bay, just kind of like a, you know, like a solid detail. I didn't like go super crazy, but I went enough where who's calling me? All right, so yeah, quick detail under the hood. Polished the pipes. So they were just, you know, they had some time on them, and they were a little, you know, like water stained or whatever from running over the winter. Polished hot side, cold side, kind of just cleaned up everything. So basic under the hood detail, looks pretty good. Went over some of the chrome stuff and just kind of touched this up. So there was like some water spots and stuff on there. It looks pretty good. Repolished the bumper because that was skipped when I did my paint correction on this. I skipped the bumper. So paint corrected the bumper. Put new coils on the front. Those are Icon dual rate coils, very nice coils. And then did a quick, like, you know, front fender wheel well detail where cleaned up the frame, made it look nice, and you know, touched up some stuff. What's super cool is you can take, this is a very cool thing here that I do. You can take this little Harbor Freight sprayer. This is like the cheap touch-up gun. I think it was like literally 15 bucks. I put a regulator on it, and that's all I did with high flow fittings. Oops, I'm spilling. So you take this and you put like a water-based detailer. Now what I use is Meguiar's hyper dressing. It works super good. This is water-based. I dilute it just a tiny bit to spray so it can spray a little bit easier out of there. And what's cool about that is you don't have to wipe it. You can take that spray gun and you can just spray everything. Now what you see under there is what you get. Like, I sprayed that, and that's the final product. I never wiped it. You can spray all that stuff and it's good to go. So I sprayed under there. I sprayed the top plastic cowl. I sprayed the front here. Anything that's black, really, I sprayed it on, and it lays a perfect layer. Because if you use the sprayer on here, it comes out very blotchy and you got to wipe it. So if you would get into, you know, like you'll have a puddle in here, you'll have weird buildups under certain things. It's very hard to spray that on an engine bay, especially on the top plastic there. You can see all the nooks and crannies and divots. It all sits in there, and it's hard to wipe it out. Put in that sprayer, spray it on, you're done. It leaves a very fine layer, and it just looks so good. So yeah, basically just detailed the truck. The paint correction's done with the ceramic coating. There is a layer of dirt and dust on it right now, but it's still like super glossy. So I'm just gonna wipe it down really quick, clean the windows. Interior is done. I got the floor mats behind the seat tent over there. She's fully cleaned. I can't forget to wipe out the inside of the windshield. I always forget that. But yeah, it came out really nice. It's super clean. WeatherTech in the back. Under the seat, I have the factory lugs, front license plate cover, and an adapter for the receiver to go down to like a standard size deal. Yeah, truck's the cleanest it's been in a long time. But all right, I'm gonna wipe it down, do the windows. I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Next day. Wow, it has been raining since early morning all day. This is an absolute ton of rain. The yard's sopping wet. Everything's soaked. Creeks are overflowing. I almost slipped. We're taking the single cab again. We're leaving the TRX parked. I gotta find my key. Cold start action again. It's cold, but it is not cold enough for snow. If it would have been cold enough for snow, we would have a literal state of emergency of blizzard action. But anyways, guys, we gotta go get some fuel for the heater. I will see you at the gas station. All right, so for my torpedo heater, I just run off-road diesel in the thing. It's about 20 bucks to fill it up. And between the wood burner and this, I only spend about 20 bucks a month in heating expense, which isn't too bad. I like to keep it pretty warm in there. I got a little on the ground. Allegedly. 21 something. Was it 21 bucks? I don't know. Right around $20. And that lasts me about a month between running that and the wood burner. So that's, I don't know, that's pretty cheap. You know, the The torpedo heater takes the edge off in the time for I get the, you know, the wood burner ripping. It really supplements each other kind of well. I don't know, I've been in there for a few years, and that's kind of the best system that I've figured out. That you know, it's kind of the easiest, and also it's pretty cheap. You know, the wood's free, comes with labor, and then 20 bucks a month in fuel. I just run red off-road diesel in there. You can run kerosene, whatever. Doesn't really smell too bad, doesn't really put off too much of a smell, so we're good. I will see you at the shop. Everything is just so wet. You guys see the deer right there? Meep, 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 meep. There's a couple of deer literally right there. That's the mom and the two babies. They live in the yard. Alright guys, so my plan for today has changed. I initially was planning on taking this truck down to the lot, but with the weather outside and with doing all this prep work and cleaning the thing, I'm not going to drive it. It would be absolutely hammered. But anyway, so we got to do a quick wipe down. It's just dusty. There's a couple water spots on it, and the windows need done. Little spritz on the towel, just like that. And then, like, you see all this junk on the window. I usually just hit the windows like this. Instead of getting out the glass cleaner and going through that whole thing, I just hit the windows really fast. Just like this. So wet side, and then dry side, buff it out. And it cleans the windows, and it leaves a nice little film of that ceramic spray wax on there. I've been using this Griot stuff for quite some time now, and it works pretty good. So the water will bead on the windows and everything, because I do not have the windows coated. When I did the ceramic coating, I was going to order stuff for the windows or just put the stuff for the paint on the windows, but I never did it. I don't know why. So, you know, there you go. There's a clean window. And you don't need much. Just mist that towel on, mist it onto the towel, and, you know, wipe on, wipe off, Mr. Miyagi. And you can usually get 2 windows out of 1 spritz. Like, you'll see it when you stop applying product to the window, you know, then apply a little more to the towel. This isn't rocket science. And then I'll go get a fresh towel, and I'll do the same thing on the paint. Alright guys, Platinum is done. Now done for what? I don't know, but this is probably the cleanest, this might be the best shape the Platinum's ever been in. I mean, we got refinished wheels, completely paint corrected and ceramic coated and detailed exterior, fully fresh front end with like a, you know, like a basic detail, complete engine bay detail. Complete interior detail. I mean, cleaned out, scrubbed, completely empty. Everything is out of here, except for that vanilla aroma. Probably gotta grab that. I mean, it's done. It's fully ready for whatever. You know, I'm ready for whatever. I would highly suggest either ceramic coating your own truck, vehicle, whatever, or having it done, because nothing sticks to this. It's super easy to maintain. Like, there was like tiny little streaks, dust, water spots, and it wiped right off. And look at the depth and clarity involved in here. I mean, I did go overboard on the paint correction. But like, it's wild how clean and deep and shiny it is with that ceramic coating. And if you're wondering, if you didn't see the video, I did G-Technic Crystal Serum Light, 1 coat with 2 coats of the topper deal, which is the EXO right there, the EXO V4. So 2 coats of that on top of 1 coat of that, and you get this. Obviously that was after the paint correction. So there is 92,000 miles on the truck. There's a couple chips and stuff on the front, right along the front hood. And then on the front bumper, there's a couple stone chips. But other than that, it's borderline flawless. Scrubbed the running boards. Did a basic undercarriage detail. It looks very, very clean. And guys, the orange transmission's holding up strong. Looks sick under there, orange. That's Chevy orange, by the way. So power stop brakes on the front with their drilled slotted rotors. New OE pads and rotors on the rear with new brake shoes, because I have one of the brake shoes that were hung up just from the truck sitting so long. So all fresh brakes in the rear. I know someone's gonna call out the shocks. The one thing that I missed is the freaking shocks. The old Ranchos, those are the original from 2017. They are crusty, but they're still holding. That's just that protective outer top side that covers the actual shock tube is rusty. Did a quick refinish on the tailpipe section of the exhaust, just because it has surface rust. You know, that is stainless, but it gets a little surface stuff on it. You just take a red Scotch-Brite, wipe it on there, it comes right off. And here we go. The Platinum is in its full glory. Fresh rear bumper, Recon tail lights, Recon third brake light, the entire SPE parts catalog, Warren 55 over CP4, S370 ball bearing Emperor turbo kit. It is wired for a full send switch, meaning a full send switch is you can turn, I have it plumbed into the fuse box for the ABS traction control system. So if you need to have that completely disabled, because these trucks are funny and they don't like to fully disable that when you shut it off. All right, guys, so with the truck here, I was looking at like one of two options. Option one, this isn't in like any type of importance order. Option one was gonna be give it away, like do the old YouTuber giveaway, brother. But I don't know, like I really don't have that much traction to give it away, so I don't think that was really a wise thing. And I wouldn't do it to like make a whole bunch of money. I would just do it to like literally give this epic awesome truck to one of you guys. Try to keep like I don't know. I want to try to figure out a new angle to the giveaway situation, but I just don't have that figured out. So I'm probably going to list the truck for sale. I've been hinting around. I've been talking a lot about purging the fleet, meaning cleaning out the entire fleet of vehicles and kind of starting over with some fresh new vehicles for the channel. This has been like the main center of the channel since I started the YouTube channel. I don't know, when I got the truck back in 2017, the videos were only about this truck, putting mods on it, doing things with it. I don't know. But like the truck's complete. It has a fresh built transmission. It has all that stuff on it, and it's kind of just to a point where, you know, we can continue to push it, or I can sell it and get something else. So probably leaning towards option number 2, and that is selling it. But I know some of you are going to be disappointed. Don't sell the Platinum. That's the OG truck of the channel. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I'm looking for a 23 Powerstroke. I'm looking for the right one, though. I don't want to spend crazy money on it just because it's crazy what people are asking for these trucks. I might just order a 24. Haven't like locked down a decision yet on that. But this thing's just, it's ready to go. I never drive it. I have the single cab. I got the TRX. I got the Cummins. I have a fleet of other vehicles that I drive other than this. So this literally just sits here. So probably going to put it up for sale. So if one of you guys wants this, like, I don't have it listed anywhere yet, like publicly. A couple people have seen me hint on this in the past videos and have messaged me on Instagram and are currently interested, but I don't have it listed anywhere. I was going to drive it to the lot today and put it like on the front center section of the lot, but the weather didn't permit that. So I just came down here and, you know, just tweaked a couple things and went over it with a fine-tooth comb in the terms of detailing. So it's not anywhere yet. This is the first time I'm like publicly announcing that the truck's going to be for sale, like officially. So if one of you guys are interested, you know, shoot me a message. Go on Instagram. It's just at Top Corey. DM me on there. It's hard to sort through like a billion messages from like 10-year-old kids who say they want it. Like, no offense to the kids out there. It's just, it's tough to sort through like who's serious, who's not serious. So let me know. I can meet you. Like, I'll drive it. If you're like in Texas, because like I'm in Pennsylvania. If you're in far away, dude, we'll meet up. I'll drive down, we'll make a video about it. It'll be cool. I don't know. I feel like that would be something to do. But the 2017 Platinum. It's Platinum, fully loaded, every option, sunroof, all the deals, monster part list. If you guys have want the full details on the truck, just shoot me a message. I'll go over that. But it's ready to go. Just did a ton of work to it, tidied up all the weird little loose ends on it, and she is ready. It's kind of sad to think that we're gonna part ways, but we get to start with a blank canvas and build a whole new something. Oh, and it'll come with the stock wheels. They're right there, the stock Platinum wheels. There's a Toyo AT2 Extreme on there, 35, 12, 50, 20. They're like pretty low on tread, but they're probably just under half tread, which is enough on there. But come with those. I have some other stuff if you'd be interested in that. Maybe like a tonneau cover. I have a tonneau cover for it, and you know, just little weird random things. I have all the stock parts, every single part that come out that has come off the truck. I have. So if you guys want that, I can give you that too. Like stock CP4, which was good. I mean, those are, I guess, going, you know, you get some money out of that. And the turbo, all the piping, all the factory stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I'm missing something. If you have any questions, like I said, shoot me a message on Instagram. It's probably the easiest place. Kind of sort through those a little easier. But that's it, guys. First video back, 2024. Took a nice little vacation deal, a little break from everything, just trying to get over this weird sinus infection I had. It was not cool. But potentially, probably going to list the 21 TRX also. You know, swap that for something else. I've been really interested in L5Ps or 5th gen Cummins. So if that right one comes along, you never know. But all right, guys, I'm going to let the weather, you know, cool off here because it's just been raining and raining. I'm not going to drive it with those wheels on it in the rain, the wet road. It's going to destroy it. So maybe next video you see will be me taking it to the lot as soon as the rain holds up and we can get down there without just trashing everything on there. You know, we'll do that. We'll go down there. We'll mess around. And then we'll just see what's next. But as always, if you made it this far, you are freaking awesome. I will see you on the next one.